out with going to jars.llc. This is a memory jar, a time capsule that I set up for my own website, okay? I've had this idea since 2013 and I've been working on it ever since. And I have memories of my website before I didn't even have a website. And so what I've done over the years as I've evolved, I have photographed different steps, versions, places my website has been in. And then I jammed the memories. As my website got built, I started jamming the memories into my virtual time capsule. But what's even cooler is you can print that memory jar. So let's say, let me just show you. It's called Show and Tell for a reason. Here is my jar for jars.llc, my website. And inside this jar, I have jammed all these memories of my website. These are real memories that are folded up into tiny pieces of paper. And my website allows you to do this. It allows you to make a virtual time capsule, but then also print your virtual time capsule. This could be a gift for somebody. This could be for your own personal use. This could be for work. I don't know. But if you click on Print Memory Jar, it will take you to it'll walk you through step by step how to print a memory jar. It'll even show you your label. So if you want, here's how this works. You take any jar you want. It could be plastic, it could be glass, any jar, any vessel, anything you want to jam some memories in. Take the package label off, and then you can print your memory jar label here, get it all cut out, tape it to your jar, and then you can print the memories you've uploaded in your jar, and they'll be printed on these tiny little pieces of paper that you'll cut out. It'll be 8.5 by 11, and you'll cut them out, and then you can fold them and you put them in your jar, and you can keep jamming this jar for as long as you like, okay? And then when you can put this jar out on display, and anybody who scans this QR code can see all of the memories you've added to this jar without opening it up, or you can share it with them in text. Let me show you some other jars I have. So that one I have memories in this jar since 2013. This is a very special jar. My sister, my older sister, I made her a jar. She likes these puzzle cubes. And so I made her a jar with all of her memories. And we were having a birthday party, so I printed out the invites, and we shared it with all of her friends, and everybody who came to the party uploaded their memories of the party. And so people can still view those memories just by scanning here, and she can still use this jar. Even though this was for one party, this is my sister's memory jar. She can jam memories, whether it's her birthday or something else. And so that was a puzzle cube jar, and the type of vessel I decided to jam the real memories in is a glass jar. Here is another memory jar. This one's made out of a plastic jar. Had some mixed nuts in it, which are gone now. And I use this jar for all of my golf scorecards. So now when I golf, I always keep track of my own personal score on a scorecard. Look, these are memories, actual memories. I didn't print them off in my website. These are my scorecards. Every time I golf, I keep track of it on my scorecard. Then I take a picture of the scorecard, and then I go to my jar for my golf scores, and I upload the pictures of my scorecards to this jar. And now I have not only a physical memory jar of my scorecards, but I also have a virtual memory jar of my golf scores. And if I go in here, I can click view slideshow, and it'll start a slideshow of all of the memories of my scorecards I've uploaded, which I have some good scores in there. I got some bad scores. You know how golf goes, maybe. And I don't know, this is special to me. This is another way you can use jars. So now I can keep all of my scores in this jar every Tuesday when I'm done with golf. I take a picture of my scorecard, I jam the memory of the scorecard in here, and then I have the spot for it. I have if I ever want to share my golf scores with anybody, I can share this QR code with them. I can send a text to them. This is an awesome idea for a memory jar, okay? This is a plant that I have in my house. You can have a memory jar of your garden, your house plants, but maybe I don't have a bunch of memories in here. This is just a plant, okay? But I printed the label with the QR code, and what I do is every couple of weeks when I'm, tending to my garden, I take pictures of my plants, and then I scan the QR code and I upload the different stages that they're in. Sometimes during the different seasons they're in bloom, sometimes they're not. But I keep track of all the different stages as they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And all you got to do is, and then let's say a guest comes over, they can scan the QR code on this plant vase, and they can see all the different pictures of my garden and the different stages they've been in. It's really cool. It's a really cool way to have a time capsule, whether it be for plants or for children or for different stages of my website. My partner and I, we have a jar together, and we've had that for 4 years, and we jam all of the memories we make together. I also have a jar a remembrance jar. This one was for my cat. Her name was Lucy, and she was the first cat I ever had on my own, and saw her to the end. And I love her, and I just lost her about a month ago. But what's really cool is I took her urn, which this urn has her ashes, and I printed her memory jar label. I can actually go to her memory jar. I didn't have any live creatures, jar options until recently, where I decided to make a virtual jar of my cat. And so, this was Lucy, and I printed her memory label, her jar label. I clicked on print the label, okay, and then I cut it out and I attached it to her urn, and now I have a virtual memorial where when I want to, when anybody else, family members, everybody loved Lucy. They can scan the QR code and they can see all the memories I took with Lucy throughout the 10 years we were together. So if I wanted, I could also print the memories and put them in another vessel. But for me, I just have this urn and then the label on it. And you can do this, like I said, with a house plant vase, with something such as this. And you just print the label, and then anybody who comes around, they can see those memories if they scan the label. Maybe don't actually have the memories printed. Let me go back to my shelf. Maybe for example, maybe you want to, let's go set this one up. Let's make another memory jar together. This one's this is a really interesting way to use my website. Let's say I want to create a family photo album, but I already have the pictures. Here's the album right here. But now I want to make a digital time capsule of it. So now maybe, you can pick from hundreds of different jar vessels here, or for example, this one, I'm going to use this album since it's going to be a family photo album. Click to save. And I'm going to title it Family Photos. After I title it, it opens up the different options, and I can tag this to other family members, or I could just share the QR code with them. And I'm going to go ahead and set up a passcode. I'm going to edit the background like I've already shown you. Let's go with the dandelions. I'm not going to make the passcode required. I'm going to allow my family members who I share this with to add their own memories, and I'm also going to allow them to view it. And now I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay. And then I can take the photo album with my mobile device or a scanner. I'm going to scan all of the memories or photograph each of the photos in my album, in your photo album, and then I'm going to upload those photos from my device to my memory jar, okay? And once I upload all of those memories, then I'm going to click on Print Memory Jar. I'm not going to print the memories, I already have them in my album. So I'm just going to print the photo, the memory jar label. And after I print it, I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to tape it to the front of the album. And now anybody who comes over can open this up and view the memories. They can scan the QR code, or I can send the virtual jar, the virtual photo album, to all of my family members, because maybe they're not here right now in my house to see this photo album, but they still have access through jars. I'm going to go back to my shelf. See, as you start adding more and more jars, your shelf fills up, kind of like my shelf fills up. You see how fun that is? These are all the different jars I have on my shelf. And go back to the testing site. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to lock your jar. And if you lock your jar, that means the memories that are jammed can't be seen until a certain date. That's why it's called bestifusebijars.com. So if you want to lock your jar, you click on the lock, you set the date. I'm going to set it for the 22nd. We're going to lock it. And now it's going to do a countdown, a timer. And it's going to count down the time until the jar unlocks. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a memory. This time I'm actually going to show you an example of it. That's taken a second. So I'm actually going to show you how to lock a jar from my actual website. It might be a little bit faster. I'm going to go ahead and lock it from here. When your jar is locked, and if it's a transparent vessel, glass, or maybe you picked a wicker basket, something you can see through. If the jar is locked, you're gonna see a pickle, and that means that the guest can't see, you can't see the memories until the jar unlocks. What's kind of cute about my website is when the jar is within 3 days of presenting the memories in that jar, the pickle will ripen. And I'm going to go and change the date on this jar so you can see that happen. Now you know that cucumber looks more like a pickle now. Now you know your jar is getting close to unlocking. And when the jar does unlock, the pickle goes away and the memories are viewable. You can view the memories on this toolbar below, or you can click on the jar image and play its slideshow for your guests. This could be screen mirrored to a big jumbotron or a TV, or for example, just on your computer, and you can play all of the memories. And as people are jamming memories of your event, it'll automatically add to the slideshow presentation, which is really cool. And you can jam. Just because you've jammed for one event doesn't mean you can't keep reusing that jar. You can keep adding memories for as long as you can to that jar. Just keep jamming. There's a couple things. If you view a memory jar from a mobile device, unfortunately, it won't play the videos in your memory jar. It'll only show photo memories. But if you log in on a computer, it will show you not only the photo memories you've jammed, but the video memories you've jammed. If you don't have a memory, you can also make a memory. Meaning, let's say you went to a concert, but you don't have a ticket, or maybe you want to write somebody a letter and jam that into their memory jar. There's different stationaries to choose from. You can even upload a recipe, a postcard. You can write a memory on a coin. Something silly I did was I ended up printing all of my favorite jar QR codes onto iron-on paper, and then I cut them out and I printed some jar labels, some of my favorite jars, my favorite memory jars, on iron-on paper, and I cut it out, and then I ironed those memory labels, those QR codes, to my hat, so anybody can, or I can scan the QR codes and see the memories in those jars. It's so cool. This could be for a gift for somebody. This could be for a wedding. This could be for a time capsule for your children growing up. This can be a remembrance jar. This could be for a family member, a business. Maybe you're having a going away party from a company. Maybe they've worked for the company for several years. They're going away, and you want all of the coworkers to upload their memories or goodbye videos to a jar that you're going to show that slideshow during a party. Or maybe you want to send it to them in an email of, hey, thank you so much, and here's all the memories we have of you. Maybe it's for a sports team, not just golf. There's so many different ways to jam in my website. Let me click out of here and think if there's anything else. I mean, there's so many different things I can tell you. I mean, how to edit your memories. Oh, here's something. Okay, so when you go in to view your memories, another way to jam, you can play music. And that'll just play you some nice music. And then you can hit watch the video slideshow. You can sit back and watch all the memories play, no matter which jar it's in. It's so much fun. It's really special. You know, this is my idea that I've been working on for so long. And sometimes my website doesn't work. Sometimes there's issues. If you decide to start jamming and you notice an issue, or maybe you're having trouble with something, all you have to do is go to your shelf. You can go to the Contact Us, report a jar issue, and put in your name, your email, tell me the subject, and give me a message and tell me what's wrong. And you know who's gonna fix it? Me. I'm gonna read your message. I'm gonna be the one that fixes it. I don't have a team working in the background. This is all me. This is my baby. This is my jam. And the only person who cares that much about it is me. I'm gonna fix it. So even if it takes me a long time, because I have to learn every step of the way, it's something I've had to learn. I think that's about it, but the cool thing is sign up, start jamming for free. You get 3 jars for free. If you want to have more memory jars, you can add more jars to your shelf. I should show you the My Account features. From My Account, you can sign up for notifications. You can show certain things. Maybe you don't want the memory dates to show. Maybe you don't want memory titles to show. Maybe you're not that organized. It doesn't matter. And you just want it to look clean, a clean, pretty time capsule of all of your memories. Then you know what, shut off dates, shut off memory titles. Maybe you don't want to see the pickles. You know, it's not that type of memory jar. Maybe you don't need a jar count. Maybe you don't need a memory count. Maybe you don't want there to be music. You have all of these different settings in your My Account. You can purchase credits for $5 for 5 credits. Anything you do on my site, that if you have to upgrade, every jar holds 50 memories. Every virtual jar holds 50 virtual memories. If you need it to hold more, you can upgrade it for $1, 1 credit, and it'll add 50 more memories. And that jar can be upgraded and upgraded and upgraded. You could have a giant jar. It could be a barrel. I do have barrel jars in my website, and it could hold 500, whatever, you name it. However many memories you need to get in there that you need to jam into that jar, just upgrade it to that size. Share the site with your friends. Allow them to jam your memories so you have it all in one spot. And if you're ever out and about and you know you're hanging out with somebody, you meet somebody, you're like, oh, I got to show you these pictures, the pictures of all of my pets, my cats. And then you could go into your shelf and you can show them all of the memories of just your cats. You don't have to scroll through your phone trying to find that one photo. No. I got a lot of photos. And they're all right here on my shelf. I've got a jar on my shelf called The Farm. I've got chickens, I've got cats, we got dogs on this farm. The Farm. So I decided to pick a goldfish jar and add all of the pictures of our pets to this jar, and I share this jar with my family members, and we all jam our pets into this jar. So I've got my mom's dog in this jar, I've got my sister's dog in this jar, I've got my own pets in this jar, and they're all in one jar. And so any of my family members who are tagged to this jar, or anybody I share this jar with in text or QR code, gets to see these pet memories. It's really, really cool. So, anyways, that's it. I hope you like this. I hope you jam with me. And, man, I hope I get to one day retire from what I do in my current work life and just jam, just work on jars for you, for the world. So anyways, I hope hope you like this. I hope you find ways around your house that you can add memory labels to, and let people who visit your house, or even through email, whatever kind of memory jar. Maybe it's not a physical vessel, maybe it's just a virtual vessel. I hope you find all the cool ways you can use jars in your life, and I hope you jam on. And that's it. I'll put a lid on it.